got a spare couple of hours, and making it work for people and not profit.
I'm Ellie Harrison. I'm a volunteer with the Get Glasgow Moving Public Transport campaign, and we're one of the groups that have set up Better Buses for Strathclyde, which is a new region-wide campaign bringing together the 12 local authorities in the Strathclyde area to put pressure on our regional transport authority, SPT, to use the new powers in the Transport Act to regulate the bus network. It's been deregulated since 1986, and we've seen a massive decline in the number of routes that are available, the number of people that are using buses, and the cost of fares completely unregulated. So people are being priced off the buses and people cannot rely on buses to get around. We need to turn that around, and the new powers in the Transport Act offer SPT the opportunity, the once in a generation opportunity to do that for the first time since 1986. So there's a huge crowd out here today. SPT, the board are meeting at 10 AM this morning to make a decision on which of those powers they're going to move forward with. We want them to move forward with the franchising power that will enable them to regulate the buses, and the power to set up a new publicly owned operator for Strathclyde. We need our buses to be run in the interest of the people in this region and not for the profits of the private bus companies that have been ruling the show for far too long. To a partnership with the private bus companies, which is what they're suggesting they may do. If they do that, we'll fall behind regions like Greater Manchester, Liverpool City region, West Yorkshire, South Yorkshire, the whole of Wales, which are now ploughing ahead and undoing the damage caused by bus deregulation and bringing their bus networks back into public control so they can deliver integrated public transport networks that mean everybody can get around without needing to own a car.
Hi, I'm Jennifer McCary, and I'm here representing Glasgow Trades Council, which represents trade union branches throughout the city. Well, we've been involved in the Better Buses campaign since its inception, and we've been a supporter of reform to buses in our city for many, many years. And we're one of the members of the coalition, and it's great because we've got a coalition of pensioners, unions, bus campaigners, all different kinds of people brought together with one objective: to reform buses in our city. SPT have to make a decision, and they have to make a decision not on what the strategy will be, but what the options for the strategy are, and they have a legal duty to consult with members of the public about that. And what we've been campaigning for, and it's incredible really when you think about it, for so many years, is to get the right options on the table that are actually going to make a difference in people's pockets and in people's lives in this city, because the options that have been put forward in the past have all about maintaining the profit in buses in our city for the bus operators, so that the bus operators get to operate where they want to get to hold on to the resources and hold on to the profit. And we want to turn that around because it's not working in our city. It's creating expensive bus fares that people just simply can't afford, poor route coverage, and a complicated system that just isn't working and isn't joined up. So we've got a couple of options on the table for the first time. We've got options that look like regaining a bit of public control. We've got a franchise option and a municipalisation option. It's not that often that I throw praise on my East Coast neighbours, but there's a fantastic system in the East Coast of Scotland. Lothian buses, publicly owned, some of the lowest fares in Scotland, the most efficient system in Scotland, and guess what? More people are using public transport over on the East Coast than anywhere else in Scotland because they've got a system that works. So it's a step forward. We need people to participate in the consultation exercise so the politicians can be left in no doubt of what change we want to see in buses in our city. But it's time to we're saying make the right decision today, give us that option, and then we'll put a bit of work into making sure that there's people power representing the change we want to see in our city.